Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences and bring the hands down. We did nothing. Or we can say still we did something. How are you, David and Jerry?
You always ask me first, so it takes a minute to kind of wake up. But it was very, it was kind of like different levels of letting go, both physically and mentally. And
Sure.
as that was occurring, more clarity in terms of clean mind was present. So by the end of it, it was like everything was blank. Like there was no thought, there was no feeling, there was no concept of time, nothing. But it was various stages of letting go that I really enjoyed.
Beautiful. That is why Master says we have to study, we have to be regular. So, because of the regular practice, we move into that. It's a beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
There, I'm good. It was very quiet, just steady
Steady.
throughout. Just a lot of space and no real concept of time.
Beautiful. How are you, Anne? You have to unmute. I see your
No.
lips moving.
Yeah, I feel good. I stayed with it all the time, and I found there were lots of concepts you brought up, which took on down. So, which is good. Nothing to do until the next week.
Yeah, one has to be regular to pick up these concepts. But one thing we should be very clear in the Eastern wisdom, we start with a concept to remove the delusion of the mind. And once the delusion is removed, throw all the concepts into the garbage. Because the real self is not a concept. It is a reality.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see? And the science cannot throw any concept into garbage because the application will become null. That is the biggest difference. Do you understand? Science cannot get away with the concept.
That's right.
And the finest example is that if I say, your finest example that was proved wrong, which philosopher who says, I think, therefore I am? No, I am, therefore I think. So that I am is not a concept. But we have to use concept. That is how the mind and the intellect works. How are you, Terry?
It was very interesting.
Very interesting. Very good.
There were a lot of concepts, and I went very far into that, and I started wondering about each thing. Like I was about the every cell, if you go in every cell, there's motion, even when you're still. Then I got a question about that, like how could that be? And then I was thinking that also that if the space is one, then like we don't exist because
Only,
what's
only.
between us and the space, if it's one thing, then we don't exist. And then I started going, okay, I'm going over my own head, you know?
It is only one thing. That is why we exist, because I recognize that one thing.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's the body part that doesn't exist. But then I was wondering, then why does everybody look different from everybody else? Why don't we all look the same? Because we're coming from the
Yes. So who says that we look different?
well, like individuals, like even my
Who
friends.
says we look individual?
Like I have a friend that was an identical twin, but you could tell them apart.
Yeah, she is going to.
That's what I mean.
She is very happy.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Daddy, you are very happy. No, we are not talking of identical in the twins. We are questioning the authority of that who says we are looking different. Who says we are looking different? Mind. How the mind says we are looking different? Through the sense organs. Can the sense organs see the reality? The answer is no, drop it. Can the mind find the reality? No, drop the mind. So when you drop the mind, you drop the sense organ, you drop the different color, shape, sizes, height, weight of the different individual. We don't even say two people are identical. We say they are not two, there is only one. And because you recognize that one is existence, consciousness, and bliss. We will take up the 20th verse. There is something more. How are you, Sam? Very good. Quite interesting.
I'm really good as well. I think the layers were good again today. With the body check, escaping the physical part of the mind and focusing on the breath. And as I had mentioned, I guess a few times, my experience when I'm at the deepest level is that I'm not even paying attention to my breath anymore because it's so effortless with in and out of my body. And, I kind of feel more one with the whatever space is outside. So I guess that kind of goes to what you were talking about. But I guess I noticed the body first, and then it's the breath, and then, for the rest of it, and where it felt so effortless is when I'm not even paying attention to my breath anymore. It's kind of just happening.
Effortless and calmness was
effortless.
there. Calmness, steadiness. Yes, that is good. That is the importance of doing the regular practice. Beautiful. Sam, how are you, Vaibhav?
So it was very calmful and now it's like I can be settled inside myself and then it will be like very smooth, thoughtless, lot of space and then it was very calm inside.
Good. Very good. That's a good state. How are you, Ashok?
Sir, it is very peaceful and blissful.
Peaceful
Good.
and blissful. That's good. Now we have to ask the last question to ourselves that we have achieved, we have experienced, we have known that state. Are we living into that state 24/7? That is our goal. You see, Sam, Vaibhav, David, that is our goal. So it means we keep our mind, or we maintain that awareness of our destination, that can I live into that state. So what will happen? Now, just after meditation, you remind the mind that is your goal. What is going to happen? The mind will definitely run after the objects of attachment. Someone says, I had a good friend in New Jersey, so I used to give him meditation. So after the meditation, no, he never noticed. I'm just talking. I'm also not telling the name. So he said, he used to tell me Acharya. He has to do with something with the mortgage and knows it. So anyhow, so Acharya, just after the meditation, before telling me about his experiences, I know, Acharya, you love coffee. Can I have a cup of coffee? It means in your entire meditation, that impression continued. Do you understand what I'm saying? That impression continued. So check after the meditation, is the mind moving? Now, he was saying out of love and respect. But in meditation, we have nothing to do with these two things. It is nothing out of love and respect. It is, I'm looking at the state. So he knows that what I love, what I cherish to eat, and then he used to cook himself. No. So you have to check just after meditation, do you live into that state? As Sam was explaining, I live into that state. So when you continue to live into that state, you recognize whether the mind is going up and the mind is going down. The mind is going into the passion, or mind is moving ahead, or mind is going deeper. That will take you deeper into that state. So that is all for today. Any questions?